All right, so welcome back to the channel. This is Rob here at Smirking Gun Reviews. We're back with more of our Road to Avengers Endgame MCU in review. We're up to Black Panther, so we've only got Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and Captain Marvel until Avengers Endgame. So it's no secret that I have been looking forward to this because this is my least favorite Marvel movie. Well, Thor: The Dark World might be, and Iron Man 2 and Black Panther are all my least favorite MCU movies. And I thought this trailer for this movie was bananas. It got me so hyped. And I was so ready for this movie, as I love Wakanda, I love Black Panther, I love the world, the universe. I've been reading about Black Panther my whole life. And I think he's just a really interesting character. Because he's so powerful and he's a king, man, and he's just like, and he's got all this, the vibranium and the mysterious city. It's just really cool. But I'm not a big fan of this movie at all. And I left the theater just going, why didn't I like that more? What's wrong with me? And I'm sure that there'll be people like, what's wrong with you? Like, it's like, hey, man, I'm not big into sports movies. Well, a lot of movies follow the same structure as a lot of sports movies. You're up, you're down, you're up, But I don't like boxing movies in particular. I don't know what it is. I think it's the big-ass toxic masculinity kind of thing. I don't know. But I've never liked Rocky. I've never liked any MMA movies or anything like that. Just not my thing, man. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'll fight if I have to, but not if I have a choice. I don't know why that's important, but... once I realized, because some of this movie really has me. Beginning of it, parts in the middle, some of it really does have me, but I can't do it. And it's not because of Chadwick Boseman. I like him in this movie. I like the beginning of this movie. I like the whole thing in LA where his dad goes after his brother, and that's a good setup. But I don't like Killmonger. I don't think he's really anything special. I don't like Michael B. Jordan, to be frank with you. I don't think much of the movies he's been in or his performances. I don't get it. I don't find him charming. I just don't. I think, when I think of charming guys like that, of African American descent, I think of Will Smith and, I don't know. And even I don't like him that much, to be honest. But they're charming. I can't deny that people like him are charming, or Dwayne Johnson, I see that charm. Chadwick Boseman's charming. I just don't find I just don't get it. He's just one of those people that are in your life that everybody likes, and you just go, I don't know what you're talking about. And I thought that his character motivations in the end were just like, my dad died, so I got pissed off, and now I want to take over the world. That's how it ended. It started out small, and somehow he ends up with wanting to take over the world, just like everybody else. Wants the world to bend to his will, because bad things happened. It's just been done to death, So, Thanos, you could say, is the same thing. He wants his thing, but it's, I don't know. I thought that Marvel didn't trust this movie enough, was afraid of this movie, and didn't give them enough money to make it look better, to make the CGI cleaner, to make the world not look fake. Because that's the thing, man. I just felt like I was, Asgard before, it just looks really fake and really setty. And I don't know, man. I think that they can do better than this. I think that they could have made a better movie. They keep taking away his damn powers and giving them back and taking them away and giving them back. The tradition scenes with the whole, the big fights. Look, I don't like white people traditions, okay? I don't like traditions pretty much, period. But I grew up not celebrating holidays because I was raised a Jehovah's Witness. So holidays just aren't my thing, and traditions are my thing. And when I see traditions white people, not white people, Thanksgiving and Easter and Christmas and all this stuff, So if I don't appreciate those traditions, don't be mad at me for not appreciating the traditions of the fake Wakandan people, okay? Because I was just like, oh my God, such pomp and circumstance. For what's just a couple, for what's what it really is a couple guys beating the shit out of each other. And so, and that movie's been done before. There was a Black Panther animated movie where everybody's fighting for the crown. The whole damn movie. He loses the crown. He comes back and fights for it. It's this. I've already seen this movie, and maybe that's one of the reasons that I was disappointed, was that I'd already seen it, and I kind of feel like it was done better. And I almost feel like this is one of those movies where, since we already were introduced to Black Panther in Civil War, did we really? Not saying we didn't need a Black Panther movie, but knowing that the animated world movie existed, they could have just thrown part of that movie in at the beginning, like at the theater level, like saying, here's this little bit of the Black Panther origin story, and then boom, we don't have to do this whole fighting for the crown thing. Why they could have done something better with Killmonger than the whole take the throne, man. But those are just my opinions, and I understand. I think it's good that this movie made a lot of money. I think this movie needed to make a lot of money, despite its shortcomings, because then it means you'll get more stuff like it, in the vein of it. You'll get more African Americans will get more chances to be, in these kind of movies, and their characters will be used. So, like when Storm comes, and when they finally reboot Blade, and we can get more Luke Cage, all those things that I think we need. Are possible now because this movie made such a shit ton of money. So it's okay that I don't like it, because I do support it still. I think they can do better. And that's all I'm really going to say about this movie, because it's just like, Andy Serkis was great, but when they lost him, they lost me a little bit. I think that the possibility for him coming back in mocap as the actual Claw, like the new Claw, the one that's like basically all like sonic noise in a suit, would be really cool to see. And I honestly think killing Killmonger off was a bad decision. I think locking him up. I want to see more people lock up their villains like, Spider-Man did. Things like that, where it's like, nope, you don't die. You know what I mean? Always a chance to come back and do something. They do too many of those things. And maybe it's because they just feel like that story's been told, but whatever. You limit yourself. When you can do a movie like Infinity War and have everyone in it, imagine having some of those villains alongside the heroes, where they have to, work together. You can't do that without when you kill them off. So, anyway, yeah, that's Black Panther. I mean, last night when I went to bed and turned this off, I went and watched a documentary about the Black Panthers, and that was markedly better, because it was real life and it was more interesting to see what was happening back then, and remind yourself of what was happening back then and how it's still happening today. So in a way, I'm glad that I watched this movie, because it made me watch something better. Along the same vein, okay, because I'm trying here. And I almost reviewed that. And instead of reviewing this, I was like, man, what would I rather watch than Black Panther? I almost watched Dead Presidents, the Hughes Brothers movie from back in the 90s, which is fucking great. But I just didn't want to pay to rent it. It's like, I think I have it in a box somewhere in a DVD or whatever. But anyway, that was Black Panther. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. I can't do it. And I hope I don't have to watch this movie ever again. Unless I do another one of these Road to Avengers next thing. You know what I mean? Like, whatever the next big Marvel movie will be. Not like when Fantastic Four or X-Men finally come out. Because we got like over a year, right, after Spider-Man Far From Home comes out, before we get another Marvel movie. So this has to hold us over for now. So if you happen to like this review and think my opinion wasn't too overtly mean, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications, all that jazz. Otherwise, we will be back with Infinity War today, because that's something I want to do on my first day of vacation. So we will be reviewing Infinity War later on today. And then we've got more stuff coming all week, because this is the first day of my vacation. I can't believe this is the first video I made. Well, no, One Crazy Summer was the first video I made for my vacation, so that makes me feel better. So anyway, this is Robert Smirking Again Review saying have a great day. We will see you on the next video.